From Mark Brees, and glad to be with you this morning from Community Missions. So usually this is where we do our text passage, and so I'm gonna jump ahead to just reading something for you here, um, and let's see. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. It's this one. All right. So here's a opening passage for the day. In days to come, the mountains of the Lord, in the days to come, the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and shall be raised above the hills. All the nations shall stream to it. Many people shall come and say, "Come, let us go to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, and that we may walk in his paths." For out of Zion shall go forth instructions, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between the nations, and shall arbitrate for many peoples. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. O house of Jacob, come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. Don't need that anymore. So, um, that is a passage from the first Sunday of Advent, and it is a passage about looking forward to hope. And so we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to say a little bit about that. But mainly, you have a whole resource that can help you look at that passage for the coming week, starting next Sunday. And where we have a new resource about Advent to help you on your Advent journey. Just because some may ask what Advent is, it is basically the about 4 weeks before Christmas. It begins on the fourth Sunday before Christmas, and then there's generally a theme that people follow for each week. Traditionally, it is hope, peace, joy, and love, and um, the worship is generally about those themes and around specific Bible texts and things like that. Um, and you may have heard of Advent calendars. Advent calendars, that's a time where people sort of each day sort of follow a practice throughout each day. And that's what I have for you for you to be able to do now. We have a new Advent resource that we've created. It is 1 week at a time, a coloring and reflection guide for Advent, and it's pretty neat. Has that text that I just read, some instructions, a little summary of the text, and then uh, more on the back of it, and then inside a coloring page. So let's look at some of those things more closely here. So here's the text pages. So um, if you we can sort of uh, take a look at things a little bit more closely. So here again, right here's the text from Isaiah chapter 2. That summary of the text and then a reflection. Hope is like seeds buried in the ground. You don't see them at first, but they're there. Maybe hope feels impossible for you right now, like trying to grow watermelons in January. Maybe life feels feels frozen solid, but Isaiah insists even swords can become plowshares. Hard and fearful places can be changed. Right. So that's that bit of reflection, right, about that. That's in this guide right here. They're available in the Community Missions Program area. So you can come to 1570 Buffalo Avenue and pick up ones on these big sheets. You can also find them online. So if we look more at the text pages, if you go on to the other part of it, has a little thing you can do around the theme to ways you can sort of have a tool to help you for each week. It's a sort of practice the theme for the week, hope, and then there's a practice for like each day, right? So like on Sunday it's what's one thing you're hoping might change, and what is one simple thing you can do to start it. Again, another little prompt for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. On Thursday there's a thought for the day. Maybe may strength be found to tend what's being grown. And then a little aphorism for Fridays, something for you to remember. Then on Saturday, still a time of rest, thinking about what you've been reflecting on. And then Um, if you go down there a little farther on the page, there's a little tiny journal for the week. But if you look on the inside, remember I have here on the inside, it's a big coloring page, and you can also color. That. Again, you see it has hope in the side there, and then just the seed growing and the harvest and things like that. So hopeful things, a picture of hope. And each week will have another. Each week will have a another theme. Um, like I said, you can get those in your program areas at community missions or come down to our main office at Buffalo Avenue, 1570 Buffalo Avenue. Or you can go to hopeforiagra.org. And there is our a web page where you can get these things. So this is what it looks like when you go there. It just says, it's the new Advent resources for 2025, 1 week at a time, a coloring and reflection guide for Advent. If you go to the page, it tells you a little bit about it, and what you need to do. Tells about the different resources that are in it. And if you go down, you can download the big 8.5 by or 11 by 17 version if you have a way to print that. Or again, you can come here and get it. Or if you want, you can download in just these are just regular 8.5 by 11 pages, right? So it's a little 8.5 by 11 pages. You can print those at home or on just about any printer. But wait, there's more. If you scroll down further, there are some additional daily resources. These are other things that we've put together, and they are little daily guided prayers. If you um, look at them, if we go and we click on, uh, say, that first one there, what it brings up, right, is a printed a page, just an 8.5 by 11 printed page. Um, and what it will do is let you be able to uh, have a written prayer guide that you can use. And there's two on the page, right? So you can sort of print it out and use it with a friend or with a group. And it just guides you through a daily prayer guide, right? Um, but if you uh, if we go back to the page there, right? I clicked here to get the printed guide. Here on this page is the same thing, but it's a little video that you can watch each day for that. And Yeah, so there it is, right? It's just a little daily guided prayer that you can do. Look, it's me. Who's that guy? Wait, who's that guy? Um, so it has all of the same things
So
on
when
it.
the words are shown in bold italic text, I encourage you to
You got to
pray
turn
them
this
out
off
loud
here.
with me.
How do I make
If you
this stop?
prefer to use
Got
a
to make it
printed
stop.
version of these guided prayers,
There we go. So anyway, right, and it has a little video. They're about 8 minutes long, or so, and it's just a daily prayer that you can do again by yourself with the video or the written guide, or a uh, a friend or your family or whoever. So there are those resources there, and again, they are all available at hopeforiagra.org. All right. I know that was a lot, but what I want to do is just make sure that folks have a moment to take a moment to prepare for Christmas coming up. So this idea that we have a great blessing that came in the gift of Jesus coming into the world to show us how to live differently, to be good neighbors to one another, to try and promote peace and love and joy. And it's a hopeful message that we need to try and get out into the world and get into our own hearts. So I hope you'll use the resources, the printed ones for this year, and the online videos that you can just pull up on your phone and watch one each day. That website will keep being updated each week with the next set of links and documents and everything, and it'll be there for you. And each week we'll have new ones of these available in the community missions programs or here at 1570 Buffalo. So that's all I have. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you all find a bit of joy and togetherness and have a time of rest and counting your blessings over these next couple of days, and that we begin Advent on Sunday, and we can do that in a frame of mind that will let us begin to grow hope throughout these coming 4 weeks. All right. Take care. God bless, and we'll talk with you next week.